Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara and I am from Pennsylvania in the US, but I currently live in the Dominican Republic. So I'm going to explain today a little bit about my current teaching situation. I am here as a teacher for 3rd grade. I teach language arts and math. Our schedule begins at about 7:20. We are supposed to be in the school and then we go till about 2:45. We have a flag ceremony at 7:30 to 7:45. And then at 7:45 we start our classes for each day. Each class is about 45 minutes, but they do cut away from that time to give a break in between class periods, just so students and teachers have time to disconnect and reconnect to their next class. We have 2 different styles of classes that we do. One is synchronous and the other is asynchronous. In the synchronous classes, we have video call meetings on Zoom, and in the asynchronous, we have an assignment that we leave for the students in Google Classroom, which is the platform we use, and they actually complete that assignment. So in the beginning of the year, I arrived here in August and I didn't know, honestly, if we were starting in person or completely virtually. And honestly, the school didn't know either. So it's a lot different from the US in that aspect, because over there, it seems more like each district is deciding, or even each school is deciding for itself what its policies will be. But here, everything comes down from the government. We were waiting for an official announcement about whether schools could start in person or virtually. And they had a rough estimate of when they wanted to start the school year, but we didn't get the announcement from the government until that date, so they pushed back the start of the school year till September. And at the end of August, the government announced that the school year would start on November 2nd, which was absolutely crazy to me. I don't know how you can just do that, but that's what he announced. So first of all, I was like, what on earth do we do? But then people were saying in our teachers group chat, and I heard from other sources as well, there was like an amendment that said for private schools, if they are prepared, they can start earlier. So we were prepared, we had the right technological resources, and we knew our students did as well. So because of that, we were able to start in September. So we started in September and we've been going till now. Teachers have to go to the school, but students are taking classes virtually. However, there is a possibility for students to come into school. So those whose parents contact the school and have a special situation, maybe the parents at work or some other reason they can't be with their kid, or their kid just can't be alone at home, then they can contact the school and work out something where the student can come to the school. So for the first couple of months of the school year, I had several students in my classroom and they were all still doing their classes on their individual devices. And what we would do, we have 3 teachers for our 3rd grade team. We would stay in the room with the students, make sure they were connecting all right, and making sure everything was going smoothly and they were completing their assignments for each class. And then whenever it was our turn to teach our class, we would go into the other 3rd grade classroom and give our class on the computer in that room. That was just like the easiest way to work it out for us, because we found that when we were in the same classroom as the kids giving class, it was really hard and our attention was divided between those there and those who were present virtually. In the beginning of the school year, since I do work for a private school, we were basing our numbers off of the enrollment, and enrollment was fairly low, which is understandable. It's a pandemic and the government had just announced that school wouldn't start for another 2 months. So what they decided to do was only have 1 section for each grade. Normally it is 2 sections for each grade, so 2 homerooms, but this year they decided just to do 1, and then they thought, well, for now they can just all be together and get to know each other. And eventually they were planning on splitting it into the 2 sections, and our schedules even reflect that. So we have classes for, in my case, 3A and 3B, but as time went on, there really just weren't enough students to validate splitting it into 2 homerooms. So what they did instead is that now during the asynchronous hours, we have study groups or support groups, and the teachers do have to be attending those in Zoom in case any students need help. We can also select a portion of students to come to that support group, the ones who are lagging behind in their assignments or maybe didn't understand an assignment. So now we have classes on Zoom, video calls, during the synchronous hours and asynchronous hours. For language arts and math, both have 6 hours per week, and 3 of those are synchronous, 3 are asynchronous. So that's just a quick update about my current school situation. Obviously, I am at home right now, and that is because whenever we have sort of a close contact with someone who has tested positive for coronavirus, then they send the people who have been in that bubble of close contact, they send them to work from home. So this happened once before where I was working from home for 2 weeks, and now here I am again. So it's not the whole school that is working from home, but there are 3 grades this time who are working from home. So that is my current situation. I hope you learned something from this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!